What if I told you one of the most magical childhood movies was actually a masterclass in unchecked power? In 1995, The Indian in the Cupboard dropped and I was locked in. Talking animals? Nah, this was a toy soldier and a native figure brought to life. Crazy concept, right? But then when I rewatched it as an adult, there just wasn't magic. It was a mirror for whiteness, for control, and for how history gets rewritten in little plastic pieces. I am Vaughn Frazier, creative brand strategist, storyteller, and your resident nostalgia king. And today we're breaking down The Native in the Cupboard. Yes, I said it, native, not Indian. Stay with me. See, when this movie hit in 95, I was all in. A young white boy named Omri gets this old wooden cupboard and a magical key. Puts a toy inside, boom, he comes to life. We meet Little Bear, a native figure and later a cowboy named Boom. On the surface, it's heartwarming, but under the hood, it's a whole socio-political parable in children's clothing. Because Omri isn't just a curious kid, he becomes godlike, literally bringing life and death in the twist of a key. And here's the kicker, he didn't earn that power, didn't understand it, didn't even ask for consent. He just does it, like so many real-world systems that think intention cancels out impact. It's unsettling, especially when you realize that Little Bear, though portrayed with some type of dignity, is still being placed inside a cupboard, controlled, watched, and played with. You see, this movie tries to show Omri learning a lesson, but the emotional labor is on Little Bear. The trauma is his. Omri just gets to feel wise at the end and go back to school like nothing ever happened. Now, I read this book in school too. It had that same magical pull, but the book carries some of the same problems, maybe worse. It uses the word Indian throughout, it romanticizes violence, and it subtly reinforces that native culture is mystical, historical, but not present. The word native matters. It means home, first, not foreign, not forgotten. See, in this film, Omri controls everything like a true chess master. He chooses who gets to live, who stays locked away, who fights, and who rests. And that cupboard, it's a metaphor, not just for whiteness, but for systems of control. The tool isn't evil, it's the hands holding it. That's where the danger lives. That's the real life. From colonization to the classroom, political system to policy. Too many folks been locked away, brought out, or weaponized, depending on someone else's curiosity or controlling nature. See, as a kid, The Indian in the Cupboard in the 90s felt like pure magic. As a grown man, I see the warning inside of the wonder. It's about who gets to write the story, who gets brought to life, and who gets put back in the dark. If you grew up loving this movie, but now see it with clearer eyes, tap in. Follow me right here, Nostalgia King, because we don't just revisit the past, we reclaim it one memory at a time. Peace.